how big that stadium is, you're not gonna, I know,
fill it, no.
right? I know they sold out Brooklyn at what 13,000.
They couldn't sell out a hard camera and make it look full. Is it a sound thing? Is that you think what it would be? It wouldn't sound full. You can cut a stadium in half. And still have a lot of people there.
It would look empty.
Okay.
I think it would really look empty.
Here's what surprises me. This convention center holds approximately 10,000 seats. So are they
I'm kind of surprised that it's not going to be at the American Airlines Center.
Okay.
Which is where the Dallas Stars play, which I'm assuming is somewhere in the area of 17 to 19,000.
I mean, they just sold out Wembley, which was what 12.5 ish.
I think I saw 12. It was like 12. I think it was 12. American Airlines Center. I'm gonna pull it up here.
So I'm kind of disappointed that it's this. And here's the deal: this is kind of an old building.
American Airlines Center is 18.5, which I would assume is for hockey. So you're going to be around that for which that's a lot of fans though too. I mean, it really is. Not that I don't think you could fill it, but I think it's safer because here's the thing.
All right, so that's actually bigger. What you're talking about, bigger than it was up in Brooklyn, the Barclays Center, holding just over 15.5.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Here's the thing, and it's the same kind of idea. A close friend of mine, his daughter, a guy I work with, his daughter owns a restaurant, and when they first bought it, they only had like a very, very small dining room, and I said, don't they want more seats? He goes, their idea is, if you go to eat there or you go by there and you see that it looks full, that tells you that it's good.
Sure.
And then you can always expand. So I think the fear is when you have one of these big events, especially being WrestleMania weekend, if you do it somewhere and if it doesn't look full, then you look like a failure.
You've got a point.
And the last thing that NXT needs to have happen is for people to think that it's not the hottest ticket in town anymore.
No, you got a good point. And Jim, I used to work in restaurants and always said a line is a good thing.
Right. So you'd rather sell out than have to put like $5 tickets out.
You mean the WCW style?
Or like TNA, here free tickets, just come in the door. Get some air conditioning. It's hot out there, folks.
Right. Well, that was the whole gimmick.
Well, yeah,
right.
But you know what I mean.
And here's the deal: we're talking April.
Right.
They could always expand if they drop tickets and it sells out
in 10 minutes.
Quick.
They could always move it to the American
here's the
Airlines.
Deal. People are going to be there for WrestleMania.
Sure.
So why wouldn't they? If you're going to spend the money, get into Dallas, have a room, why wouldn't you? Catch an NXT show, an extra $30,
but
$40.
But then again, that's also
you?
on a Friday, because Saturday night's the Hall of Fame. So that's the thing. I mean, typically with WrestleMania weekend, you have Hall of Fame, WrestleMania, Raw.
You're right.
So you're already going for three events. Some people may not even like. I mean, I know you want to do Access during the week, and there's a lot of stuff in a WrestleMania week, which is why I'm hoping it comes to Philadelphia at some point.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
because then at least we could get to Access, maybe to an NXT, possibly Hall of Fame.
I'll tell you what. As soon as I find out about it, my ass starts putting stuff in savings.
Right, because I think they announced next year's WrestleMania during this year's WrestleMania. So we'll know in April if it's coming this year. And I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed. But so we'll see. I mean but I think NXT I think Enzo and Cass should be the next ones up ultimately.
Okay.
Let's look at the next match,
How
Ryan.
Did we get so far off.
Wait.
Man, we always
do. It's cool. I mean we're still topical.
Yeah.
At least. I mean we're talking NXT.
Right. Now that about Star Wars again, so
Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin. Not to be sour, but this match did nothing for me.
Okay.
I like Apollo Crews. I think he is phenomenal. I think he is, especially for his size, one of the most athletic guys in the business, period.
All right.
Baron Corbin literally does nothing for me. I mean, just I I couldn't care.
Are you sour on the match because Baron Corbin won?
No, I think I really think I'd feel this way about it even if Cruz won. I think Cruz should have won.
Were you surprised at Corbin?
I was surprised. I think we all should be surprised because we all picked Apollo Crews to win.
Shocked, actually.
I mean, granted, he's probably going to be one of the if not the next guy that goes up because he's been doing the dark shows or the dark matches.
Correct.
But it just the match felt boring to me. It felt like there was no excitement. It felt like the two guys honestly were going through the motions.
I thought the end of days kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
which shocked me.
Yeah, the whole match, Ryan, just didn't feel right to me. It just didn't. Like I said, Corbin does nothing for me, and the whole match just the build up to it. I thought both guys seemed very passionate, but the match itself just seemed like two guys that it just didn't come out. I mean, and it's not a slight. It's just not a slight on either of them. Because, you know, we've said this with matches with Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose. Like, there's some nights where the guys just don't reach through the screen and grab us.
Right. I mean, there has to be a bad match on the card. Not a bad match, but there has to be the plateau match. This was it for you.
This was it.
This was it for me. Like, it really was. That's for sure. I thought the card flowed really, really well. With the hot opening with Asuka, Emma, the tag match, I think had a lot of people into it. This match plateaued everything off, and then from what I read, the NXT Women's Championship and then the NXT Championship match just blew everything away. So there needs to be a match where you're just kind of like, this was it. I didn't mind it.
Okay.
I didn't really mind it. Again, this was the match. After this, I turned it off.
Or you fell asleep, or what?
I turned it off.
Okay,
It did not put me to sleep. I'm telling you, it did not.
Well, I just thought
because like I said, the what is the end of days?
Yeah,
came out of nowhere. If I had to be nitpicky, here was my problem with it. There was a moment where
EOD out of nowhere.
EOD out of nowhere. T-shirt sell itself. That's vintage Baron Corbin. There's a moment.
Way to go, Maggle.
Still blocked. Somebody actually asked me that at work. One of the guys that follow us, Rodney, had actually asked me. He goes, "What the hell happened?" And I told him the story. I very politely told him I didn't appreciate his headwear that he wears on Raw. That is all blocked. So
15
minutes later, yeah, he's got nothing better to do. If I knew he was going to read his tweet, I would have been like, "Hey, dude, I really like this match that you wrestled, but whatever, it doesn't matter." Cruz knocked Corbin down and then did the whole standing moonsault thing. Impressive. Every time I see it, very impressive. The height he gets on it, but it was choppy. It was like he fell, kind of shimmied. Apollo Crews squared up and then hit the moonsault. It just wasn't very fluid.
Yeah.
So to that, I can see your point. Other than that, I didn't mind the match. And Jim, I think the rest of it's yours. The rest you can talk about.
Bayley, Nia Jax.
You're not going to ruin anything for me. I know the outcome.
Yeah, Bayley, Nia Jax. It was a good match. It was different. We're used to a certain level and a certain style out of Bayley. Obviously, it had to be different because of Nia Jax. I honestly think the match itself left stuff to be desired for me. It wasn't. Maybe it's because I didn't know what to expect, but it was, to me, it wasn't the best women's match on the card.
Now, when you say you didn't know what to expect out of Nia Jax, or
out of both,
okay,
really,
and was it a size thing? Let me ask you this: the match was over 13 minutes. Did Nia Jax get blown up?
I don't think she got blown up. I think and because there's a difference between. I think. At points in Baron Corbin's match, it seemed like he was a little blown up, which is no surprise.
No, he's been doing that since day one.
Right.
I got no room to talk, but
right. I couldn't last probably a minute in the ring.
Run the ropes. Nope.
No. Jim, take a bump. Nope. What are you going to do? Just stand there? Yep.
How come every time Jim runs the ropes, he bumps? Oh, he actually passes out. The bump looks so damn real. Son of a bitch, he's got it.
It's like he collapsed.
He's a natural.
He's a natural faller. It's like he just collapsed naturally. No, he
literally just fell over.
You might want to get him oxygen. He's turning purple. And not to discredit Bayley or Nia Jax, I think they are both. I think they are both very good, and I thoroughly enjoyed the crowd during this match because what they were doing absolutely was phenomenal. So Ryan, when you watch this match, I'm not going to give away what they were doing.
Thank you.
Just spectacular work by the London crowd. Really, the whole night, the London crowd was on.
I wonder if that upset Mick Foley.
It might have. I'll be honest. If he didn't like what the Full Sail crowd was doing, I would say London took it to the next. They took it to the next level, dude.
While you're talking, I will look up Mick Foley's tweets and see if he said anything about the crowd.
Okay. And then, I mean, it honestly now everybody but me picked Bayley in this match. I actually thought they would put it on Nia Jax. It didn't necessarily surprise me that Bayley won. It surprised me that she won via submission. But the way in which they did it does not like lessen Nia Jax as who she is. Like, I know when Kevin Owens tapped out to the AA or STF or whatever the heck he calls it now, Matt, that threw Matt over the edge because Owens tapped out to Cena. The way in which they did it. So Ryan, when you go back and you watch this match, let me know, let everybody know what you thought about the ending, because the way they did it, even though Nia Jax gave up and tapped out, it was not like a Nia Jax is weaker than Bayley.
Okay.
It was cleverly done. Overall, the match, again, like I said, just didn't. There was just something about it that didn't do it for me.
Okay. I mean, I was going to ask you that if I had any question and wanting your opinion, it would be the fact that Bayley, a significantly smaller wrestler, submitted Nia Jax. But if it was taken care of in the match, then I will watch the match and reserve questioning for later.
Yeah, no, it really watch this match. I mean, I'm interested to see your take on what they did with this one. And let's talk about the main event. Finn Balor, Samoa Joe. Balor's entrance, awesome. He brought the demon back. He gave it a new twist. He gave it a London twist. Spectacular. The guy just steps up his game, man. When it's time to put that game face on, really, really awesome. The match itself, spectacular. Best match on the card. Really, really great work by both of these guys. Told a great story. There was points I thought Joe was going to win. We all picked Balor. We all got this one right. Really, really just great work by both guys. If this is the only time we see them wrestle each other, then it was so good I'd be okay with it. I hope we see them work together again, but if we don't, this was okay. This will give us everything. That in my opinion, it's okay if we only see it once. It was that good. It really was, Ryan. So, great work, great storytelling. Just spectacular stuff by Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, Joey Samoa.
Joey Samoa. Thank God that never happened.